Before we get started, a special presentation from The Void. The Void presents
Joke time with Mr.Rock.
You can't just keep me here.
Yes, we can. Tell us a joke, funny man.
Fine, I'll tell you a joke. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get to the other side.
Back to the show. Stagnation is death. It's kind of existential fear I have of staying in the same place for too long. Right? Living in the same place for too long, doing the same thing over and over again and getting nowhere, having no progress. Even with progress, doing the same thing over and over again is getting mind-numbing. I find myself at kind of a weird place. I've been doing this for now just about 2 months, and I've been doing the same thing over and over for 2 months, and I'm having a lot more fun than I would expect, given my fear of this stagnation, of staying in the same place and doing the same thing for so long. That fear's not gone away. I still feel called to do this. It seems like a duty and something that I have a lot of fun with. I also have a very strong aversion to quitting. Obviously, quitting is part of the game. People who are very successful often have a good sense of when to give up on something that's not going anywhere. This doesn't seem like the thing to quit. Now, I've thought about it for right around 2 days, and we're just going to go over some numbers. Let's go back to the 22nd. Right on the 22nd, we had 70 views. If we skip ahead to the 26th, we see a string of videos at 2,500 views. One on the 26th and two on the 27th. Then we see 5 days of lower views, right? Except for one which got up to 400. And then 4 days of views in the thousands. And then what is now 5 days of views in the low hundreds. I'm seeing a pattern here where no matter how much effort I'm sinking into this, let's talk about a very specific case here. A video called Surprise. Just a thing that happened in the game with me like going, or whatever. I forgot that they... Whoa!
Locust! Take cover!
2.5. A kind of more edited thing, right, with a lot more input from me. We can go with I didn't think I'd need it. Left or right? Let me flip my left and right sided coin. I didn't think I'd need it, but here we are. It came up 6. It was also a D6, so I'm just gonna go right. For everyone, has 94 views. Right it's weird because you hear everyone say that quality always corresponds with turnout, and that's not true. It's just not, like, provably. I can go through here. Things that I put very, very little effort into get a lot of reward, and things that I put a lot of effort into don't get really any, outside of a few occasions, right? Not even that one. I think the video I'm still most proud of up to this point is called Why Can't They See It? I'm actually concerned for, like, the mental health of these individuals who are looking at fire. They're staring into a blaze, and they decide, I'm gonna not look at that. Like, I could light these guys on fire, and they'd be like, nothing's going on. Strange. It's on fire.
It's on fire.
Thank God he figured it out. Hey, go look at the fire.
Great. False alarm.
False alarm. It is on fire. And actually, the like to dislike ratio is it's 100%, and it's got 15 likes. So clearly effort is correlating with put more effort into something, people will like it more, but it doesn't mean that more people are going to see it. That's down to essentially luck and a few other factors, I'm sure. Like, if you have more followers on a platform, your stuff is more likely to get shown. It's a missed opportunity for me that I can't control, because if it shows it to 184 people, what are the odds that those people are going to be people who would actually enjoy it? At 184 people, you're not hitting a meaningful, like, random sample of folks. Let's actually see how many what the reach is like. So it was shown to 600 people. This one, All I Care About. I like how badass I kick open doors in this game. I just kind of like how badass this game is. You feel so powerful, which is really all I care about. It's like cool helmets, my left and right coin, and being badass. Bam! 41% viewed, and it has, I think, 2 likes. I'm sure that there are more people that actually enjoyed that, because that video had a subscriber from it. Like, someone actually clicked the subscribe button because they enjoyed it enough. Someone left a comment, which is not very common for me. So it feels like I'm banging my head against the same wall, and my forehead is bleeding, and it's just not, I'm not getting any further than this wall. And it doesn't mean I'm not having fun. Clearly I am, right? Like, I hope I come off like I'm having fun, but it's just weird to do something that you enjoy, It's weird for me to do something that I enjoy, that I'm not getting any results from, and I'm still enjoying it, and I don't, because in the past I've done things like, or anything like that, where I enjoyed it at first, and then I did it for a while, and then I was bored. And this is not the same. I had a moment a few nights ago where I looked and I was like, I don't know if this is really going anywhere. And so I was like, maybe I should just quit. And then the other voice, the one that's like, never fucking quit anything, popped up, and it was yelling in my ear, do not quit. Quitting is bad. Quitting is worse than stagnating. And it was weird. It was weird. I don't quite know what to make of it. I think to kind of disambiguate that emotion, what I need to do is I need to come up with a game plan. I already have some processes in place. Like, if you've noticed, which I'm sure the analytical among you will have figured it out, things are coming out at 8 and 5 every day, and then everything on top of that is extra. But the plan is to have one kind of like episode of gameplay come out on Tuesday, and then a sort of complete thought come out on Friday. I'll be a little late because I'm recording this on Friday, because I thought of this schedule last night. So yeah, I'm gonna put together like a schedule of things I want to get done. I've already gotten some suggestions. I think I just need to like pop into Lucid and come up with an actual game plan for what games I want to play, what sort of editing projects I want to get done, and then even like be honest about what kind of milestones do I think I should be able to hit, even though it's not up to me. What kind of milestones do I think I should be able to hit to know that I'm on the right track here? I will admit that I am proud of what I've done so far. I feel like for 2 months especially being really green to making videos, like I didn't know how Premiere worked outside of demos I've done for work that were just like screen recordings. I didn't know anything about editing 2 months ago, and now I'm pretty competent. I can finish a short in like 30 minutes to an hour, even like 5 minutes if it's dead simple, and I was just really funny in the moment. I think 58 subscribers as of right now is good for 2 months. 51 were in the last 28 days. Views in the last 28 days, 40,000. That's a big fucking room. I mean, think about, like, if any of you've ever performed music, performing for a crowd of 300 people is, your legs get shaky. 300 people is a lot of fucking people. 40,000 people is like arena territory, at least. 146 watch time hours. That's pretty cool for the last month. I think that might be equivalent to about the time I've put into things over the last month, but trending upwards. It's just the, I have maybe investor syndrome where the dip really freaks you out. If you put $1,000 into the S&P 500 and then it goes down within a few days, you're like, oh shit. But of course, the trend for the stock market is always up. That's why you'd bet on the S&P 500, is because it's essentially guaranteed to return a profit over a long time. So like over 10 years, you're going to profit. It's just, unless there's a recession or something at the 10-year mark where it drops drastically, but those aren't super common. So anyway, don't take investor advice from me, because I am not good with money. Yeah, let's just start on setting things up in Lucid. Let's see where I think I'm going to be at sub-wise and views. Go from January 1st to July 1st, okay? So that gives us how many months? That's 7 months total, but we're already one down. Keep in mind, January's over. So how many views in just January? Can I see that? The analytics page on YouTube is great when it fucking works. And it's not just clearly broken. Here's the thing you gotta know about me. I'm a metric gremlin. Any free time I get, I will look at the YouTube Studio app just to like do math and take notes. I didn't think I'd be like that. I thought I wouldn't care. I care. I'm sorry. I just really do. I actually really do care. Yep. So January saw 41,000 views. Holy shit. 8,000 impressions. Subs were at, 52 for the month. Good job, team. But if we got 52 subs in January, we could probably make it to 100 subs by March. Do we think that's realistic? I think so. I think that's very realistic.
The Void presents.
Back to the show. Here's gonna be my guess. Green is stuff that's already happened. I can't preordain the past, no matter how hard I try. So we'll do yellow for future that I've not seen. Do I think I'll get twice the number of views? With the trend so far, no. I'm actually gonna guess probably 30,000. I think that those views are going to be higher quality. What I mean is that they will result in more more subs, more likes, everything like that, or comments. I really like the comments, even the ones that are negative. Even the negative comments are often fun for me. I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to get back at people or anything. I don't have a very combative personality. I'm taking a complete detour, by the way, because this is fun. I feel like I remember the one. Was it smartest? No. Smartest. The people here understood the assignment. 2 comments, and they both say soup. That makes me very happy. Oh no, it's doors have feelings, isn't it? Someone said, "What's with the bouncing soup in the top left? I can hear you talking just fine. Don't need a random picture bouncing around unless it's actually you talking." I don't think this person understood. I don't think they got the joke. And I'm not explaining the joke about why there's bouncing soup. It's not important to me that anyone else gets the joke but me. I find it really funny. So I just responded. I said, "I am soup." And of course I hearted and liked the comment because being passive aggressive is better than just being aggressive. Good for the soul. Alright, so subs, I'd say about 50 more. At least I'd hope. 50 more would be, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? 50 more people clicking a button that I asked them to. I believe in you fuckers, it's possible. Now we're predicting far enough into the future that I'm not confident. So I'm gonna say that month we get 40 subs, and maybe even less. I'll under, right? We're going 35 views. I think 30,000 probably, because the shorts really are the bulk of the views. Anyway, you know what I'm realizing? I don't feel comfortable guessing any amount of time beyond that. I really don't. It's just not. It's weird. I'm usually very good at predicting what's gonna happen. Not at all this time. Which, I mean, as someone who's got very good sense of like the vibe in general, not knowing what's gonna happen in 4 months is concerning to me. Coming from that disposition, now I'm sure you can understand like why this is so frustrating sometimes. It's not a predictable thing. For all I know, there could be a really funny short up here that gets like 1 million views or something fucking crazy, and I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't be prepared for it either, which would really freak. I'd have like a panic attack. Let's take a break from talking about metrics. I want to talk about something else that just caught my eye. A short came out at 5 p.m. today. It's called "I Am Not a Psychic." I thought it was good. Can we just watch it together? Let me turn up my desktop audio just in case I use any of it. Ooh, I have memories of this. Something bad's gonna happen here.
See that?
I believe so, yep. I saw it before it happened. It's like a premonition, but it's just because I remembered it. It's not because I have psychic abilities at all. I promise I don't. If I did, I'd tell you. I forgot to even fucking say what this is about. Analytics-wise, it's not been shown in the feed at all. Not once. It's not gotten any views. Somehow has 1 like, who knows? It's also almost 3 hours out of when it was posted. Very simple joke. Not gotten pushed at all. I wonder if it's not getting pushed because all I care about is getting more attention. Not even metrics, we already looked at that. Let's look at planning. Got my little flowchart processes. Here is the order of things I want to do. First things first, I want to finish this down as Gears 1. Then we've got Gears 2, right? And then 3, and then Judgment, 4, and then 5. All the Gears of War series. I'm not going to play Tactics because I frankly thought it was kind of boring. Right, and I want to play them in order from 2 to 5. And if 6 comes out while I'm doing that, then so be it. Now, for Gears of War 2 to happen, I need to get an Xbox Series X. I don't need to. I could always track down an Xbox One, or I just want an X. So at the same time, when I'm able to do Gears, I can do anything that requires a console. So any console games. It was suggested like Call of Duty. What I actually would think is more fun for Call of Duty is to get an original Xbox and play what was the first one? It was the World War II one, right? I feel like it's just called Call of Duty. I thought I had a name. I could never beat Call of Duty 2, so I just used cheat codes instead. Do you remember when cheat codes used to be a thing? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Call of Duty 2 is just called it's called Big Red One. It does not sound appropriate. Anyway, let's get back to it. At some point in the future, I'd also like to play Control. And since I'll have an Xbox, I could play Max Payne that's in the Control universe, is it? It's like the Remedy universe. What game? Alan Wake. That's it. 2 Alan Wake games. Also, if they don't make a Control 2, I'm gonna be upset. Why would you set up a story that is that excellent and then just decide we're not going to do that too? Oh, Max Payne is part of it. Never mind me. So put down Control. I actually can get Control on PC, and I think the controls are just fine. I've played it before. It's one of my favorite games. There are some games I'd like to play further down the line. Right, so not just in terms of ability, but just later because they are kind of a departure from what people are used to. So maybe not even necessarily requiring Gears 5 to happen, but just here somewhere. The first is, actually, let me pull up my Steam page, just because I can look at the games library. Hell, these might be one-off things. So I'd love to do Peggle speedrunning, because I think that's a fun concept, and I like Peggle. It's a fun game. I'd love to do Planet Zoo / Coaster. Whenever Coaster 2 comes out, I'll definitely play it. For now, it's not really worth it, because the game gets a bit samey. I'd love to play, what are the games? City Skylines 2. I actually have that one through Game Pass. Already done Rise to Ruins. I might make a return to Rise to Ruins at some point. There are a few games here that I'd love to like just show off at some point, but that aren't really something I'd want to get into. So like one-offs. Tour Bash was a game that I played when I was a kid. Star Conflict was fun. Star Conflict, if I remember correctly, is it's just like a dogfighting game in space. It's really fun. The controls are nice. One that I'd actually like to play a lot of is Stellaris. It's like a space game where you build civilizations in space. It's really intricate. It's kind of like a Dwarf Fortress, but I can actually understand what's going on. So at some point I have to get into Dwarf Fortress to figure it out. Oh, Dreadnought was fun as a one-off. It's another space dogfighting game, but the ships are bigger, so it's a bit slower. You know what would be fun? Dark Souls. I'll just write Souls-like, because I like them. Really tried playing Darkwood all the way through and I just get too afraid. Might be fun to do a one-off on Oblivion. Skyrim. What other games here would be cool? Air Mech Arena. Holy shit. Game was a big part of my childhood because you could play it on Xbox. I heard about it first from a YouTuber when I was probably in grade school called Chimney Swift 11. I wonder if he's still around. I bet he is. I'm gonna take a look. Let's see where he is now. Let's see. Typed in YouTube wrong. Chimney Swift 11. See recent videos. Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is fun. He used to play a lot of Minecraft. Oh, I should do a one-off on that game too. Just go back to the classic. He was really big in, which I think would be actually fun to play now, is Attack of the B Team. Those were the days. I can't tell if he is streaming or what. Oh yeah, it looks like a Twitch stream. That's kind of cool. I will have to follow him on Twitch. Okay, I think I'm getting too nostalgic. We still haven't gotten to the part I remember. My age is showing and I don't feel good. I feel like my bones, they hurt. My bones do ache and my skin do flake. Gmod. I don't remember him ever playing Gmod. The last Attack of the B Team video, 9 years ago. Oh man. I am becoming an old. There's one video here that is, I'm just going to take a quick screen cap of this thumbnail I'm looking at. Clearly Carl Jobst inspired. So I'm just going to, listen, I'm not saying that Carl is stealing his thumbnails from this one 9-year-old video gaming YouTuber who hasn't really been in the mainstream for 9 years. But he might be stealing. I don't think so. I think it's just, I don't even know if it's inspired. I think it's just accidentally the exact same type of thumbnail. Okay, I should get back to doing what I was doing. Games here would be fun. Galcon 2. Play it on Xbox. Sure. It sounds like fun. Getting over it. Happy Wars. That's the name I've not since I had weird friends on Xbox 360. KSP. KSP might be fun for a one-off. I'd say Magic Arena, but I don't like the system Magic Arena has for actually building decks, so I'd rather just play in person. At some point, maybe we'll do like a recorded Commander game or something. I'm not sure. These are all the games I'd be kind of interested in playing. Alright, let's start with Elden Ring. That'll go at S. Octopus. That'll go at A. This cat toy. It's a little laser pointer. I like it, but the batteries go dead quick, so we're gonna give it a B. Reese Cup. Where do go Reese Cup? I think, oh man, probably an A, right? Wooden bookmark I made out of some curly maple. Man, I like this thing a lot. I'm gonna put it at A. All right, and finally we've got octopus in a hoodie. That'll go at S. Back to the show. Something stagnation. I don't remember what the topic was, and I don't really care. I feel like I've resolved something.